That's right. Well, it happened about half an hour ago. We were sitting in the office, and we have two live points from the office, which has an open window. And at one point, from the sky through the live position and into the office, which is where the kitchen is, we had a big explosion. So we were all startled and were trying to figure out what it was. Maybe someone thought it was an electricity explosion or something like that. And then straight after, another shot came in. So it was very clear, two very precise shots fired straight into our building. So, of course, everyone evacuated. Also, it's also a residential building evacuated. We're now hearing that the Israeli army has confirmed that they hit two warning shots into our office. I'm not clear as to what the reason for that should be, but certainly it was something that was, has caused a lot of panic, especially also amongst the civilians who live in that building. So I would like to know what the reason is the Israeli army is giving.
They're not giving us any reasons as yet, Stephanie, but do tell us where exactly in Gaza this building is located.
It's in central Gaza City. It's on Al Street, and it's a building. We're on the 11th floor. It houses also other media offices opposite to on our floor on the 11th floor, and it houses many residential apartments. So this is an area we did see yesterday, tank fire, probably about a kilometer away, hitting areas closer to Gaza City. So there was a feeling also, perhaps people were speculating in the office that perhaps the army wanted us to move out of our positions because we have this vantage point to see what is going on the ground. Again, this is speculation. We have no reason as to why they would have fired into our office, but that was one of the ideas. Because we are so high, we have a very strong vantage point over the area to perhaps that they wanted us to move out of there and not be able to see what is happening.
And we're just getting confirmation now, Stephanie. The Israeli military saying that one of its soldiers is missing in Gaza. Of course, yesterday, about 24 hours ago or so, the Al-Qassam Brigade had said they had captured an Israeli soldier in Gaza. Initially, the Israelis had denied this, but now they're confirming that one of their soldiers is missing in this Gaza offensive. Stephanie, what more can you tell us about this?
Well, I can tell you that that is incredibly concerning for the Israelis, and it will be seen here for Hamas as a major victory. We know that the factions here put the highest prize on capturing an Israeli soldier. When this news came out that the Qassam Brigade had announced it, people were celebrating on the streets because people feel that they have endured all this suffering and they feel that it's almost like a victory for them. However, I have to say, on the day that the Qassam Brigade announced it, we were outside Shifa Hospital, and about 10 hours before the official announcement came, it was announced over the mosque at the time. We couldn't confirm it, but that had been, the rumor had been going around that this was something that had happened. So now official confirmation from the Israeli army, this is something that they will be extremely concerned about. A captured soldier, I didn't hear if he was he's alive, I'm assuming. I'm not aware of the report.
Right now they're just saying they have a soldier missing in Gaza. That's all we know. That's all they're confirming anyway for the moment. But obviously this could be a big game changer, Stephanie.
Absolutely, and it gives Hamas extraordinary negotiating powers because, of course, Israel does not want any harm to come to its soldiers. We saw in the previous issue, Gilad Shalit, he was held captive for 5 years, and Israel was not able to find him. How that ended was a prisoner swap where over 1,000 prisoners were released in release for Gilad Shalit, for that one Israeli soldier. So certainly the factions here know this gives them incredibly powerful negotiating point. How this is going to play out, I don't know, but certainly it is seen here from the factions here as a huge victory, and certainly gives them even more ammunition to put those demands on the table as to what they want. This is something, as I've said before, they have always said is their prime target, to be able to capture an Israeli soldier, Israeli soldiers, which of course with a ground incursion does make it easier for the factions to be able to do that.
And Stephanie, just update us on the situation in Gaza over the last few hours and the bombing campaign, which continued overnight, of course.
That is right. It was another intensive night of shelling, especially along the eastern border. There were airstrikes in the south, in Khan Yunis and Rafah, also in Gaza City. It is a night that is unfortunately looking like every other night, extremely loud. There was an incident concerning a doctor, an engineer, dual national Palestinian and German, who had evacuated his home in Beit Lahia, seeking safety in Gaza City, and the building that he was in hit and 8 members of his family killed. So certainly there's also many stories coming out now that people who are evacuating from areas where they're told to leave for their own safety then get hit in the areas where they believe they should be safe. So this is also adding to the sense of panic here, that nowhere is safe. People extremely worried, petrified. So yes, the airstrikes are still ongoing. We can hear the artillery shelling in the distance. It's somewhat quieter now, I have to say, but this does go in lulls.